Jam Jams, testing video games, giving your feedback, and helping how these video games are made. So once again, EA.com/playtesting. Go there, find out all the information. You'll make a couple clicks here and there, and you too can be playtesting video games way before they come out and telling me what's coming out so I know all the secrets. Because who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that. So that's, again, playtesting. Go check it out. And now we're going to go ahead inside and see what Andrea's doing. I think she's busy. So she looks a little too busy for me. But look at all those people in there sitting down, hanging out, getting ready for the show. EA Play is only a few minutes away. And that is what's happening inside the Palladium. But I want to learn a little bit more about the Palladium itself. And that's why I found my man Dylan right here. Dylan.
How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Tell me about the Palladium. What is it about this venue that makes it so special and keeps EA coming back for each EA Play?
So the Palladium opened in 1940. The opening night, Frank Sinatra was an opener on the bill. And since
Not
then,
even the closer?
Not
Old
even
Blue
the
Eyes was the opener?
Opening. So since then, about everyone's played here. Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Prince, Elton John, lately Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake. Dave Chappelle filmed a special here, so about everything in between. And then last year, EA came in for the first time, transformed the parking lot, the venue, blew it up even more this year. And so now we have this festival here with gaming, music. It's a great time.
Awesome. And so what is it about EA Play that excites you the most?
I just like the transformation of the venue. We take over the whole block, close down streets. There's thousands of people that come through, have a good time. They have A-list talent that come and play concerts at night. It's a really good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's a little bit about the Palladium. And now, let's head inside and check out the show.
Fun zone. Fun zone.
Fun zone. She told me to rap. I was rapping. We're still going. We're not rapping. We're still... I was lied to. Welcome to the Family Fun Zone, my friends. This is where you can get all your real racing action on. It may be a mobile game, but say perhaps you'd like to play a game in a race chair with a steering wheel. There are 4 stations. Look at this guy's jumping the stage. He's like, I'm ready. I'm jumping in live. No pressure, but the camera's on. There's a ball pit over here. There's food over here. We're going inside. Let's head inside and check out the show.
Bueno, ya arrancó, ¿eh?
Oh my gosh, how cool was that? So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. we're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course,
creo que Anthem es lo más interesante.
You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
¿Qué tal? Buenas a todos.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, there's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see
Hola,
more
Charlie,
gameplay
Blancaflor,
innovations. You want to know how
Daniela.
customization actually works. And you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass. Every day will bring something new.
Bueno, se dieron cuenta de que no pueden seguir cagando a la gente con los loot
You'll
boxes.
get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale.
Van a meter un sistema tipo
It's Royale
PlayerUnknown
reimagined
Battleground.
for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time,
Ni en pedo anuncian un Dead Space 4, ni en pedo. Ya después de que masacraron a Visceral Games, no creo que muestren Dead Space 4. No creo que nunca vuelva. Battlefield siempre me pareció mejor que Call of Duty. Call of Duty me parece muy malo, pero Battlefield siempre, dentro de todo, me pareció un buen juego. Benji, saludos. Estamos viendo a ver si se anuncia algo de, quizá de terror, pero no creo. Uno nunca sabe igual, ¿viste?
É preciso determinação e vontade de vencer. Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar. Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és um campeão.
Tal cual, Jonathan. Ahora todas las personas, todos los desarrolladores quieren hacer Battle Royale. No importa qué juego hagas, dentro de poco va a haber FIFA Battle Royale. Ya vengo, Esto del FIFA tampoco me gusta, pero no soy tan fanático. Ya vengo.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode.
Sí, ojalá, Ali. Pero no creo que anuncien Dead Space 4.
Alex Hunter.
Sí, Ramiro, lo primero fue Battlefield.
Glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
And all that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch.
Blah, 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 blah.
And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Y van a jugar contra Argentina esos, locos. ¿Sabes cómo?
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free. Yeah. So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators.
¿Qué tal, Kevin?
We're going to be playing live
Ojalá
at the show,
anuncien, sí,
representing their
un
nations
juego de terror.
in the mini World Cup
Yo
tournament.
también espero eso.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf Island!
It is the big day on the biggest stage at the World Cup.
Good morning. EA Sports, FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience
Espero
it
que
all.
no, Eric.
We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Hey everybody, what's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah! So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. So it kind of gives
Acá
you some
estoy de nuevo.
idea that you'll be
Jonathan, sí, voy a transmitir todas las conferencias.
So does that mean I get
Todas
to,
las
like,
conferencias
hold the
van a ser
lightsaber?
transmitidas en la cueva del Survival Horror. Sí, Dante,
Vince,
Dead
you
Space
got
4 está
anything
muerto.
Well, it takes
No creo que veamos
place during the
algo,
dark
pero
times.
nunca hay que
Trying to be a
perder la
little vague
esperanza.
here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Está hablando de un juego de Star Wars, ¿no?
Sorry to dash any hopes.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today.
¿Qué está hablando? ¿Star Wars?
We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Sí, de Star Wars está hablando. Sí, sí, sí. Bueno, si quieren voy a traducir un poco lo que dice, un resumen,
My
¿no?
name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Un trabajador de
I'm really
DICE
happy and
de
excited to be
Battlefront
here
2.
today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add
Bueno, está hablando de
new
cómo
character
se
cosmetics
tiraban
for
para
players
atrás
to
y
collect
decidieron
instead.
cambiar todo el juego cuando
So
se
from
dieron cuenta
there,
que a los jugadores no les
we added
gustaba
a new hunt mode
el sistema
inspired by
de
the original Battlefront games that I
mini
loved
transacciones de
personally,
Battlefront 2.
starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined
Pobre, todo
by
mal.
the
Encima
new
la película de
planet
Han
Kessel,
Solo la
a really
criticaron mal,
dangerous
¿viste?
place, and
Yo no la vi
it features
todavía
the
la
return
película de
of
Han
one of
Solo,
our
pero
favorite modes, Extraction.
sé que
So looking forward a little bit,
la criticaron
this
mucho,
summer,
¿viste?
we will be
Así que
introducing
sacan
a
contenido
new squad
encima de un
system
juego,
to
de
the
una
game,
película que está
which
muy
will allow
criticada.
you to team up much easier and
Igual los
play
fans
with
de
your
Star
friends.
Wars son lo peor.
We're also adding a new starfighter mode
Son medio
focused around dogfighting with your hero
enfermitos.
ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking
Está hablando
and
de que
taking
van a
out
sacar
capital
nuevo
ships.
contenido
But
de
that's not all.
niveles donde
We
van a tener que
know
capturar
that you have
puestos,
been asking for new
controlar.
heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2
A ver,
this year
está
will be
confirmando
going
que
deep into the Clone Wars.
va a salir contenido de las guerras de clones de Star Wars.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring
En
multiple
Geonosis
levels,
arranca el planeta.
including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the
El
heroes
nivel
and
más grande
villains.
que
First,
construyeron para
let me
Battlefront en la
introduce
historia. Es un nivel gigante,
the
parece.
most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful
Oh.
droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against
Qué
my
bueno,
own
el
personal
General Grievous.
favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Uy, Obi-Wan que no.
Finally making
Está bueno,
his
o sea,
debut in
igual yo no lo jugué
Battlefront
todavía,
after
pero
all these
sí,
years.
soy,
But
jugué
we're
los
not
clásicos
done.
de
That's not it.
Battlefront.
They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku,
Ah, mirá
as
vos.
well as someone to bring balance
Va a salir
to the
también
Force,
Count Dooku,
Obi-Wan's
aparte de
unruly
Obi-Wan
Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
y Anakin Skywalker. Van a salir como DLC, ¿no?
The team at home is
De la era de la
extremely
guerra de
excited
clones.
to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future.
Dice que
Thank you
tuvieron un
very much for
comienzo
playing the
malo,
game,
pero que
providing
cree
us
que el
with your
juego tiene un
feedback,
futuro
talking to us.
brillante.
Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront
Vale, ahora está
without you.
tirando
So thank you.
las
May the
típicas
Force be with
frases,
you,
¿viste?
and enjoy the rest of
Pobre.
E3.
Está
Thanks.
medio nervioso. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, en Ravel. Sí, creo que es en Ravel 2. Sí, Jonathan, voy a tratar de resumir un poco lo que dicen y gracias por tirarme la idea, está bueno. Así la gente que no sabe inglés entiende también un poco. Voy a resumir un poco lo que dicen.
Hi, it's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond.
Está hablando un poco de este Unravel 2.
Your spark
Dice que
is rekindled.
es un poquito más oscuro,
And
que
it
arranca
leads
un
you
poco más
off
oscuro que el
on an
primero.
adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2. It's a game
Yo no lo jugué el
about
primero, la verdad.
fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together.
Es un juego de dos almas que
And the
no
whole
se quieren
game is
rendir y
inspired by
construyen
that
algo nuevo
spirit of
juntos.
optimism and togetherness.
El juego
You
es
see,
de
it's
ser
all
optimista y
made
estar
to be played
juntos.
with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend.
Lo puedes jugar
But there's
solo o en
always two
cooperativo con
characters there,
amigos.
sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful.
Dice que el juego es más
And we think
amigable,
it's a worthy
desafiante
successor.
y es más
And
jugable.
I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help.
Yo les traduzco.
So please welcome Michael
Más o
to the
menos.
stage. So a producer at Coldwood.
Avíseme si se escucha bajito o se me escucha bien con la
And we're
traducción,
gonna try
porque
to show
quizá
you a
tengo que
little
hablar
bit what
más
I'm talking
alto.
about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
Dice que podés jugar cooperativo vos solo. O sea, una persona puede como, quizá manejar dos personajes, ¿no?
There we are. So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting.
Está bueno, como juego de plataforma se ve copado.
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across.
Me hace acordar un poco a Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori y
So I guess I'll jump in at this point.
el bosque ciego, algo así.
So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
No, dice que hay muchas situaciones donde vas a tener que cooperar para poder pasar ciertos obstáculos. Y seguro va a haber puzzles.
And the bird is back.
Algunos puzzles, rompecabezas.
Playing it safely now. Oops. I'll swing. All right. Nice. And I'll catch you. There you go.
Está bueno.
Can I swing now? Okay, you go ahead. So here it goes. Oh. Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can do it. Got it?
Los fondos.
Oh, very nice. Oh, faster.
Tiró un bastardo ahí.
Well done.
Tiró un insulto en vivo para millones de personas.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. I'll sneak up here.
Dice que va a subir y distraer al pollo y que el otro se meta por ahí.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, look at me.
There you go. Keep him over to the left.
Claro, ahí le distrae él.
Now I'll go.
Alright. No.
Está bueno, ¿no?
There you go.
Para jugar dados está bueno.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Or can we?
¿Qué tal, Alejandra?
that's a quick
Recién
little
arranca,
look
no te
at,
preocupes. Bueno,
Unravel
hace un
2.
rato, pero queda un rato largo todavía.
Yeah, I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home.
Dice que fue un trabajo muy duro hacer este juego, y que agradece a todos, a la familia, a sus compañeros y a la gente. Eso. Calculo que debe ser un estudio chiquito, ¿no? Como que lo compró Electronic Arts.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out. So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Haze Light and The Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did.
Ese era un personaje. Está diciendo que el año pasado estaba el director de este juego, que es un personaje muy gracioso.
And it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it.
Y que, bueno, anunció que Unravel 2 sale hoy. Perdón, no lo dije nada, pero...
And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry.
No, David, no anunciaron nada de Dead Space 4. No creo que anuncien, pero bueno, no hay que perder la esperanza.
Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
Dice que está muy excitada, demasiado excitada. Básicamente dice eso.
Thank you. We are Yomai, a small indie game studio
Somos
from
Yomai,
Berlin, and
un
we
estudio
are
indie de Berlín.
Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call
Estamos
it.
haciendo Sea of Solitude, Mar de Solitud.
The very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. let me tell you more about our game.
Va a contar un poco más sobre el juego ahora.
When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters.
Dice cuando los hombres se ponen, los humanos se ponen solitarios, se transforman en monstruos. Esta es la...
And hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the lonely.
Jonathan, creo que yo tengo esperanza de que se va a ver algo del remake de Resident Evil 2, un trailer. Tengo esperanza, quizás el lunes, en la conferencia de Sony.
Right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place.
Dice que la gente puede conectar con el juego porque no es una historia así inventada. Tratan de mostrar cómo la gente experimenta diferentes tipos de solitud, como de ser solitarios.
Who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so, but
pero habla mucho, muy rápido
wants to
habla,
look a bit
mucho.
deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering
Trata de una chica joven que se llama Kay,
such strong loneliness that her inner
que
feeling,
sufre
the darkness,
de estar sola
the anger,
en la oscuridad,
worthlessness,
sin esperanza.
turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out
Se transforma en
why
un
this
monstruo
happened to
esa
her,
chica.
but also
Y el
how
juego
to turn
trata
her
de
back
saber
into
por
a
qué le
human.
pasó eso.
Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger,
El objetivo es
some
como
would be
poner todas esas emociones
a
en
little
balance.
smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what
Como
being
bastante
human is
profundo
all
todo lo que
about.
está hablando.
And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real? This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny.
Esto se ve interesante,
And no fortune, son. I've just chased you so long now. I'm too weak to run.
Esto me gusta.
The day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble.
Está bueno, me gustó. Me gustó esto.
Yeah, I'm the one. But I'm not the only one. We are the one. We can shut you down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover. Gather. Gang. And we're balling. Be ready. Because we're coming at you with the squad. Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course.
Juego de básquet.
Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. And this is my squad.
My name's Shake. Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Madden.
Kiv's been going after that belt since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have a incredible matchup. It's a rematch. Can I be the one to touchdown, Kev. Nick, he throws it high. And young Kev is
Este juego nunca lo jugué en mi vida.
Hey, you again? You want to get smacked again on TV?
Happy face, no! Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
Okay, baby, how you doing?
I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up. Young Kiv, how has it been? You know, your success and your path to where you're at today.
Bueno, esto no me interesa para nada.
I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm.
El de la derecha es el campeón de este juego. El de la izquierda es un jugador de NFL, creo.
Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number 1. Number 2, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do?
Esta parte es malísima.
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit.
Que pase
I honestly
esto,
wish I
por
can
favor,
stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battled through the pain and failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all.
Por favor, pasen al próximo juego. Ay, Dios. Hasta ahora lo único que me interesó de esta conferencia fue el Sea of Solitude. Mar de Solitud. Ese juego parece bueno, el resto no me interesa.
Or will you define the moment?
Camiseta algo
Hello,
copado, Electronic
I'm
Arts.
Defanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner take all, head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap to destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Yes.
¿Qué es esto? Dale, medio pila.
His opponent, fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Malísimo.
Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right. Are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
the
kick
match. Here we go.
This off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick at Night being able to reach it a little bit first. In a strategy game, that flank position that In Control is going for on the top side, also very important as Nick at Night's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry. And like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick at Night with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
Right.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack
¿Cuánto tiempo van a
bikes.
estar mostrando esto?
And as
Dejate
that economy
joder.
ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units
Hay
come
que ver
out.
toda una
We have
partida.
a drill pod coming in the left side to help
There it is.
flank
Putting
those
some
flame
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now. Both two zones in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Yo también me duermo.
In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking
No puedo creer que te pongan, no sé, gasten tiempo.
Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins
Tanto tiempo en esto, boludo. Dejate joder.
Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks. He takes the top. That missile
and that
fires off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery force has been doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
And we can see as more of Nick at Night's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those as your economy allows you to get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control just spreading his forces.
No, esto es, yo no puedo creer que Electronic Arts gaste tanto tiempo. Van creo 5 minutos de conferencia mostrando esto.
We see In Control now moving his tank towards this
drill pod we're seeing with
No tienen nada para mostrar.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. It looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones in control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this little watch out for this missile.
And Nick and
There
Knight
it goes.
Benji, no sé qué es esto, pero...
Next missile is gonna end it.
Pero hace 8 minutos que están mostrando este juego, boludo, me da lástima.
With these forces, but Nick and Knight's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of
There he
In
is.
Control.
Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit.
Wow.
To deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs to hold.
This missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it back.
There it is.
He's gonna take it. Defeating Nick and Knight here 2-1.
Dude, that was epic. Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was awesome. We saw a little bit of everything right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick and Knight, and In Control. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals. Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control
Este es un
of their
clásico,
armies
pero para
in
celular no
quick,
sé.
competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha
Monchi,
today.
la próxima conferencia
So
es
head to the Google
mañana.
Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals.
Mañana-
The studio has been having an absolute blast playing
No
this
sé
game.
bien,
We
fíjate
can't
en la
wait for you to
fanpage
play.
está el
Please let
calendario.
us know what you think. Thank you.
Pero mañana hay un montón. Mañana está la de Bethesda, que esa me interesa mucho. También está la de PC Gaming.
Command & Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things.
Ahora viene Anthem.
I am blessed to be
Este
able
sí me
to work with some of
interesa.
the most creative people on the planet.
Ahora viene
who come to
Anthem.
work
Me había
every day
olvidado.
to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say
Este
about
sí me
all of
interesa, la
those
verdad.
teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours
Creo que
in
es el
support
anuncio
of Play to Give.
del día.
And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share
Está
our
hablando
vision
de
for a more
una
inclusive
caridad
world.
que hicieron con este
A world
proyecto
where
de Play to
representation
Give.
and
Hacen
equality
donaciones.
are not something we strive
Nada
for,
importante.
they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday threat. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado,
Benji, lo único de terror más o menos fue ese Sea of Solitude, pero ni siquiera puede ser un poquito de suspenso así.
The gods vanished
Bueno, Anthem.
and left our world in chaos, creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
Oh, esto es...
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
Esto sí se ve bueno,
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
Fecha de lanzamiento. Fecha de lanzamiento, ¿no? A ver, sigue. ¿Qué onda?
How cool was that trailer? You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Routsard.
Ok, van a hablar el manager, el productor y la escritora de Anthem.
Today.
Yeah,
de BioWare.
Right? Yep. It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character, But we also wanted to do something that was, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could.
Está hablando de que quería hacer un juego dinámico donde el mundo cambie cada vez que uno entra.
Multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured
un mundo nuevo y diferente desde cero, ¿viste? Quieren hacer como, una franquicia nueva.
I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story
work
in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer.
Va a ser single player el juego, no va a ser multiplayer.
Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game, and that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you.
Ah, no. Vas a poder jugar con otros.
It's unique for,
pero en el mundo exterior,
that this is a
afuera.
living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime,
es una locura,
what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we
todos los
talk
que juegan
about
Anthem van a estar viendo lo
It's
mismo.
a shared world that we all experience together.
Es un mundo
But then when I
compartido,
finish my
pero
mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus.
pero cada uno tiene su base.
And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play
Claro,
co-op
combinan el
combat.
single player con el multiplayer, eso está
We can
diciendo.
add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So, Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead
pueden
writer,
agregar
can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the
historias
beginning?
nuevas y
Well, what's really exciting
lugares nuevos,
for
o sea que es un mundo muy grande que
and
lo
not
pueden
just the writers,
expandir.
but all of the,
No está diciendo nada como
the designers, the artists,
importante que es cuando
we're
sale.
creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, weather, the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals,
dice que sos un freelancer que trabaja con ese tipo de trajes, batallando contra, no sé, ciertos seres que están controlados por el Anthem.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4. And they
son los
each
4
have
tipos de trajes que hay.
abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But
Cada
the thing to
traje te da una
remember
forma
is,
diferente
like
de
Kathleen
jugar.
said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up-close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays,
Estamos mostrando cómo se puede customizar todos los
also being able to
trajes.
personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics?
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Yay.
So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey, we talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about, you know, the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So, you know, I think here we're going to see the Colossus, you know, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, you know, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then
no sé si es mi estilo de juego, ¿no?
Pero
Pero
special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
se ve copado igual.
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. but we really want to make sure that, that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this, by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
¿Irán la fecha? A ver.
Freelancer, time to get to work. Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid using this weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Oh. Está bueno. Está muy bueno,
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
No me gusta mucho que se hagan todos los numeritos ahí.
Right. Checking out the scar camp some more.
Está muy bueno eso, chaval.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
Ah, está interesante el juego. Uy. Uy, 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 uy. Claro, con escudo puede.
There's a shaker relic.
Está bueno,
something's odd.
Nada mal.
Get a closer
Nada
look,
mal,
would
la verdad.
you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Solo me molestan esos numeritos que saltan cuando hacen daño. Espero que se pueda sacar.
It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Boss fight. ¿Y no van a dar fecha?
How cool was that? I'm so hyped, you guys.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets.
El mismo día que Days Gone. 22 de febrero.
Awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
Fíjate, joder, el mismo día que Days Gone. Lo sacan. Tremendo.
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Por fin hay fecha de Anthem.
Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it, I get it. So, I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference. And
ya se terminó. ¿Qué podemos decir de esta? A ver. Bueno. Lo único que rescato de esto es Sea of Solitude, que se ve bastante interesante. Y Anthem al final. No anunciaron Dead Space 4 ni nada, olvídense. A Visceral Games lo asesinaron, así que... Bueno. Mañana vamos a estar con... Ya les digo. Mañana vamos a estar... Hay 3 conferencias mañana. Por suerte mañana ya se pone más interesante también. Ya les digo las conferencias. Igual de todas formas en la fanpage está el calendario, ¿no? A ver, mañana tenemos Microsoft a las... Bueno, no les voy a decir los horarios, después se fijan, ¿no? Pero a las 5 de la tarde Argentina, Microsoft. Después tenemos Bethesda a la noche. Y Devolver Digital también a la noche. Así que bueno, nada. Más tarde de todas formas vamos a estar seguro streameando Silent Hill 4. Así que gracias a todos los que estuvieron. Seguimos mañana con esto de la E3.